On the last episode, I embarked on my solo backpacking trip through Chile's Torre del Paine National Park. And on this trip, I jumped over to the Argentina side of Patagonia to visit El Chaltén in Los Glaciares National Park. Come along and enjoy the ride. I barely caught the morning bus out to El Chaltén, only to find out that there was no seat left for me on the bus. I was a bit shocked and probably had some fear on my face that the driver offered me the seat right next to him on the co-pilot seat. I ended up having the best views all the way to El Chaltén, and even though I don't fully remember our conversation, I left the bus feeling amazed at how lucky I got that morning. Hello. Anyway, as soon as I got off the bus, I headed straight into the park, hit the trail, carrying my big backpack with all of my camping gear, just ready to find a place to set camp and stay there for the next few nights. Si podrás ver, me conseguí un campsite super chido con vista al laguito. Y bueno, casita por estos últimos 3 días por aquí. I can't tell you how beautiful the Mount El Chalten is. It's actually the inspiration for the branding behind Patagonia, Mount Fitzroy as they know it. But it is known as El Chalten in the local language, which means smoking mountain. And truly, it looks like a smoking mountain from all the clouds surrounding it, just making the landscape look so dramatic and so beautiful, so Patagonia. It's really good. It's very good. Si tuviera que describir este lugar con una sola palabra, sería impecable. Precioso, hermoso, impecable. I'm just doing this trail called El Pilar. I wanted to do the Laguna Madre Mija, but I couldn't find it, so I'm just doing this one. But it's nice too. Vista desde el mirador Maestri. Wow, espectacular. Perfecto. Ahora voy a bajar y treat myself to a beer, happy hour, some really good food, empanadas, something that I deserve. Las impresionantes vistas no paran. So after camping a few nights in the north part of the Glaciares National Park, I headed back into town, stayed at a hostel, and booked myself a tour to take me up and close to the glaciers. We actually got to hiking and actually having a drink of whiskey ice with glacier ice, which was really cool and definitely one of the highlights of my trip. Está increíble. At this point in the trip, the cold and dry air was taking a toll on me. I started having major nosebleeds that freaked me out. And at some point, I was bleeding, crying, lost in cold in Bariloche, not knowing where my hostel was. But thankfully, a local gentleman stopped to help me find my hostel, which made me bawl my eyes out even more. This kind person had just got out of his way to help me find mine. I was so deeply touched and grateful. It enforced my belief that there are more kind people out there in the world than the news make us think. My time in Bariloche wasn't smooth sailing. It rained and even snowed in summer. But I made a friend. We went out to dinner, we hung out at the hostel while it was raining, we rented bikes and drove through the hills and muddy trails to find a brewery. In the rain, too. For that and other reasons, Bariloche has a special place in my heart. I just realized this is my last time in Argentina, and who knows when I'll be back, and I'm actually pretty sad about it. You know that saying that goes, that's the thing about books, they let you travel without moving your feet. And it was through a book that I learned about this crossing between Argentina and Chile. After reading the book and watching the film on it, I was itching to do the same. I guess sometimes books are the seedlings to new adventures, after all.
Up front of the ship is called Felix Fria.
A partir de este momento está permitido circular libremente por la embarcación.
Second best country in South America. Oh no? Yes? Maybe. Bienvenido al segundo mejor país de Sudamérica. Chile. El segundo. ¿El primero quién es? No sé. Argentina. De floresta que vamos a ir observando todo el viaje hasta llegar al último puerto, que es Petrohue. Todo el tiempo vamos a ir observando este tipo de bosque.
I was back in Chile to explore a bit more before heading north. I met this really cool couple that organizes hikes around town, so I joined them for one of the days. It rained the entire hike, and it was super cold, but it was such a special experience. We had grilled sausages over the fire and cold to enjoy the beer. The next day, I randomly decided to join them on a whitewater rafting trip on the bluest, coldest glacier water there is. Again, such a special memory. I think that the best part of travel is discovering yourself, not necessarily in a deep philosophical way, but noticing how adaptable, resilient, and stronger you become at every decision you have to take. That was my lesson during this journey. I was free to take the lead of my own path, and nothing felt more liberating than that. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.